The media misinterpretation and omission of accurate information further complicates the situation. It is from this vantage point of the human dilemma that the cognizant ground crew can understand their fellow inhabitants. Each can remember when they were just as unaware and uninformed about the current world circumstance. Once the distortion is acknowledged, then it becomes apparent that somehow a clearer image of what is really true is necessary in order to begin to change the momentum that is threatening to steamroll what progress has influenced and motivated the desire for real freedom to consciously while these comparatively few endeavor to reach out and inform their friends, relatives, and associates. It is their intent to do this that brings about the result. Their intent draws to them appropriate contacts and situations that allow for these important exchanges of information. This permits each to comprehend their own new picture of what they are able to by comprehending that a false and distorted representation has been purposefully overlaid to cover the true situation. What becomes important is the decision as to what to do about this revelation. It is easiest to just play the waiting game and watch what happens, while the ground crew is encouraged to cultivate the practice of being in the observer mode. It is also important that it be understood that this is not an inactive observer is cognizant of the scene and his or her place within it, as well as how it coincides with previously known information. The observer is cognizant of the scene and his or her place within it, as well as how it coincides with previously known information and its effect on the larger known aspects of the current reality. There will, in times to come, be opportunities to make appropriate input to situations that will change the total outcome of an entire, well-planned event. Just as removing a pin will cause the failure of a vital piece of equipment, a simple logical statement can change an attitude of perspective that affects how or if a person will act within a given situation. In a moment of realization, the entire picture of understanding can change. The ground crew is critical to the pattern of manifestation that is intended. Without the spreading of the word by the ground crew, little would be done to contribute to this segment. The ground crew is critical to the pattern of manifestation that is intended. Without the spreading of the word by the ground crew, little would be done to contribute to this segment of the puzzle. What may seem like a small contribution toward changing a very large picture of evil intent must be seen within its true perspective. There are many involved in the creation and perpetuation of the design to enslave. Many knowingly or unknowingly contribute little but cooperation or deliberate acquiescence to the plan. Thus, it is that through many holding the deliberate intention that they will do whatever seems appropriate when the opportunity to do so arises, will offset the energy contributed to the plan of subjugation. It is necessary to understand that this is a form of balancing the inputs that are made. Whatever each is willing to contribute to the changes that are essential, it is essential that what is planned be acknowledged and understood. But it is also fundamental to success to keep the focus on what is desired, rather than becoming fixated on the situation as it is or as it could become if not changed. It is essential that what is planned be acknowledged and understood. but it is also fundamental to success to keep the focus on what is desired, rather than becoming fixated on the situation as it is or as it could become if not changed. The inability to change the momentum toward enslavement is the deception that is being pushed upon the human awareness by every means possible. It is imperative that the ground crew realizes that self-aware consciousness is not powerless when it understands how the universal laws operate. This is the reason that this knowledge has been deliberately withheld and hidden beneath layers of deception for the period of generations, covering thousands of years. For those who resonate with this cause, this mission, it is vital that the intention to change this becomes the turning point within this flow to reverse this flow. It is literally necessary to cause this flow to bend in midstream and change directions toward the creation of the new paradigm of experience for all life on this planet. At the foundation of this change is the intention to do this. All power is motivated and energized by intention. One can try to do something, but unless there is the intention to do it, nothing will. Thus, it is a ground crew with true intention that will cause the energy to turn toward what they truly intend. Going with the flow is the line of least resistance. To cause the flow of experience to change directions will entail a period of chaos within the established current, during which the aqueous movement will become confused. The intention must be held firmly within the consciousness of many in order that it can change the direction. It is not necessary that the curve be 180 degrees in the beginning, but a diversion away from the original goal. However, the 180 degrees must be an intended accomplishment, or through loss of focus, it could be diverted back. The dominoes are beginning to fall one by one in a slow progression. Those aware of the dilemma watch and observe, waiting for intuitional nudges to guide them to appropriate action at the proper time. Difficult as it is to do this, it is correct to be doing this. It must be remembered that what appears to be overwhelming odds for the opposition is being viewed through the media reports prepared with care from their point of view, and the point of view that humanity is meant to believe. In other words, saying something is so does not necessarily make it true. Awake and aware observers are key to the laying of the foundation of the new paradigm. What is most difficult is to observe without buying the myths and disinformation as it is being presented. It is important to be able to differentiate between their story and our story. Theirs is graphically portrayed and couched in emotional terms, while ours is based on coordination with the flow of creation that brings into being universes, galaxies, solar systems, planets, and most important of all, conscious awareness.